If you're craving sunshine while it's freezing at home, this video's for you. I've rounded up 13 of the cheapest warm beach destinations you can visit in January and February, and I'm not just talking about budget backpacker spots. These are genuinely beautiful places where you can find great hotels at surprisingly low prices, and in several of them, even beachfront resorts under $100 per night. We'll start with a few easy winter escapes from North America and Europe, and then move to places where your dollar goes so far that honestly, if you've got more than a week, you could save money even after the long flight. Let's get into it. Cancun is still the king of easy winter beach getaways. Flights are cheap from almost everywhere in North America, and the beaches are wide, clean, and lined with resorts that deliver a ton of value for the money. Beachfront hotels usually start around $200 per night, but the all-inclusive competition is so fierce that you'd honestly be crazy not to book one. The Oleo Cancun Playa All-Inclusive, for example, runs about $254 a night in early February, and that includes all your food, drinks, and entertainment right on the beach. Next up is Puerto Vallarta, another of Mexico's beach gems and easily one of the best value resort cities anywhere in the Americas. It's got the same perfect weather as Cancun in January and February, but a more relaxed traditional vibe, and the prices are just as appealing. The Marriott Puerto Vallarta Resort and Spa is one I've personally stayed at, and it's excellent. Rooms there run about $265 a night in early February, with an 8.8 review score from well over 1,000 guests. It's a true beachfront property with top-notch service and ocean views, and honestly, a Marriott like this would cost well over $500 a night in Miami Beach. If you don't mind walking a few minutes inland, you can find smaller hotels for far less, but even the beachfront options in Puerto Vallarta are outstanding value for the quality. It's one of those rare destinations where the comfort level far exceeds the price tag. By the way, all of the hotels I mention in this video are linked in the description below, so you can check current prices or see photos while you watch. If you want the classic Caribbean all-inclusive experience without the sky-high prices, Punta Cana is tough to beat. It's packed with big beachfront resorts that compete heavily on value, especially in January and February when the weather is about as perfect as it gets, warm, sunny, and dry almost every day. One standout is the Wyndham Ultra Punta Cana Resort, which runs about $332 a night for two people in early February. It scores an impressive 8.8 average from thousands of guests, and it includes free access to a water park, 7 restaurants, and 7 bars. With 620 rooms, it's a large resort, but it's not part of one of those mega complexes with 2,000 rooms and endless golf carts. It's self-contained, convenient, and easy to navigate. If you've ever wanted a true all-inclusive vacation that still feels manageable, this one nails the balance. Punta Cana might not have a ton of local culture outside the resorts, but for pure value and guaranteed sunshine, it's one of the best beach deals in the Caribbean. By the way, if you enjoy these kinds of warm weather value guides, please hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you want a warm beach vacation in January or February but prefer real city life to a self-contained resort, San Juan is the perfect choice. The beaches are wide and lively, the nightlife is excellent, and you'll find more culture here than almost anywhere else in the Caribbean. I recommend the Hilton Garden Inn San Juan Condado, which runs about $291 a night in early February. It's right near the beach and within walking distance of restaurants, bars, and shops. San Juan doesn't really do all-inclusives, which actually makes it perfect for travelers who'd rather get out and explore. Spend your days in Old San Juan with its pastel buildings, cobblestone streets, and centuries-old forts, and then head out for dinner and live music after sunset. It's an ideal mix of beach weather and urban culture, and you don't even need a passport if you're coming from the US. Jamaica's north coast is famous for its big all-inclusive resorts, and honestly some of them are fantastic. If you can afford one of the Sandals properties, you won't regret it. They're beautifully run and still feel uniquely Jamaican. But if your budget is under $600 per night, you'll probably get better value in places like Cancun or Punta Cana. That said, if you're ready for a more authentic Jamaican beach adventure, skip Montego Bay and head about 90 minutes south to Negril. It's home to the island's legendary 7-mile beach, wide, laid back, and lined with small hotels instead of megastructures. One standout there is Country right on the sand, around $178 a night in early February. It earns a 9.0 average, which is outstanding for the price. The rooms are charming, the sunsets are world class, and it's the kind of place where you'll make friends by day 2. If you want warm water, reggae on the breeze, and genuine local flavor, Negril is hard to beat. Just a quick note, every hotel I mentioned in this video is well reviewed and carefully vetted. So these are all solid, proven options, and they're all linked in the description if you want to check them out. Barbados has a well-earned reputation as one of the Caribbean's friendliest and most social islands, and February is absolutely prime time to visit. Warm, sunny, and full of energy without being overcrowded. Most of the best beaches and affordable hotels are clustered along the south coast, where you can walk from beach bars to cafes to live music spots in just a few minutes. A great example is the Butterfly Beach Hotel, which runs about $180 a night in early February. It's right on the water with excellent reviews and a location just south of the St. Lawrence Gap, one of the island's liveliest areas for nightlife and dining. What makes Barbados special is that even though it's not the cheapest island overall, it's incredibly easy to meet people, both locals and other travelers. The island feels safe, walkable, and welcoming, and you can enjoy the social side of the Caribbean without the isolation of a big resort. Cartagena is one of the most visually stunning cities in Latin America, a colorful mix of Caribbean rhythm, colonial history, and lively street life. January and February are right in the dry season with hot, sunny weather and almost no rain, so it's a perfect time to explore both the beaches and the old walled city. The Hotel Dan Cartagena is a great value at around $116 a night with a 9.0 average rating from past guests. It's in the Boca Grande area, just a couple blocks from the beach. Like most hotels there, it sits across the street from the shoreline rather than directly on it, since that stretch of beach is all public, but the sand and water are just a short stroll away. Cartagena isn't the cheapest destination on this list, but it's one of the most interesting. You get warm water, vibrant culture, and a walkable, historic old town that's perfect for food lovers and photographers. It's a place that feels tropical yet completely unique. If you found a new place to add to your wish list, please give this video a like. It really helps. Coming up next is one of the only places in the world where you can actually stay in an overwater bungalow for under $100 per night. Seriously. If you like the idea of a Caribbean island getaway that still feels untouched by big tourism, Bocas del Toro in Panama is one of the best kept secrets out there. It's a cluster of small islands surrounded by clear turquoise water, colorful wooden houses on stilts, and beaches that still feel completely unspoiled. There are almost no chain hotels here, just small family-run places that make the whole area feel laid back and personal. One of the best is the Cosmic Crab, where garden rooms start around $78 a night and the cheapest overwater cabins start at about $98 per night. It's hard not to recommend this one. Where else can you stay in an overwater bungalow for under $100, eat fresh seafood on the dock, and watch fish swim below your room? Bocas del Toro is an affordable paradise and easily one of the most unique warm destinations anywhere in the Caribbean. Costa Rica's Guanacaste province, along with the country's northwest Pacific coast, is one of the best spots in Central America for dependable sunshine in January and February. This is the heart of Costa Rica's dry season, warm days, clear skies, and comfortable evenings, perfect for beach time or day trips to volcanoes and waterfalls. Unlike much of the Caribbean though, you won't find many big-name resort chains lined up on the sand here. Most of the hotels in beach towns like Tamarindo or Playa Flamingo are independent and family-run, which gives the area a more personal, laid-back feel. A great example is the Guanacaste Lodge near Playa Flamingo, where rooms run about $92 a night in early February. It's not right on the beach, but it's a short walk or drive away, and it's consistently well-reviewed for value, comfort, and friendliness. For travelers who prefer authentic beach towns over polished resort complexes, Guanacaste delivers warm weather, natural beauty, and plenty of value. Phuket is Thailand's most famous island, and in January and February it's as close to perfect as tropical weather gets. The skies are blue, the sea is calm, and it's warm without being oppressive. The island has hundreds of resorts ranging from simple beach cottages to lavish international chains, but the real value often comes from smaller independent properties. One great example is the Uchalong Villa Resort and Spa, where rooms run about $60 a night in early February. It's a peaceful hideaway with a beautiful pool overlooking Chalong Bay, so you get those incredible ocean views without the crowds or chaos. This place has shown up in a few of my videos now because it consistently delivers the kind of comfort and scenery you'd expect to pay at least triple for in the Caribbean. Phuket does have its lively side. Places like Patong Beach are packed with nightlife and big hotels, but if you stay somewhere quieter like Uchalong, you get sunshine, relaxation, and world-class scenery for a fraction of the price. For warm weather and true resort value, Phuket is almost unbeatable. Bali is one of those rare destinations that looks expensive in photos but absolutely isn't. Even in January and February, technically the rainy season, you usually get long stretches of sunshine broken up by short afternoon showers that last about 15 or 20 minutes. They cool things off just enough to make the evenings even more pleasant, which is why so many savvy travelers actually prefer this time of year. A perfect example of Bali's value is the Bali Chaya Hotel Legion, where rooms go for around $34 a night with a solid review average. It has a gorgeous pool surrounded by palm trees and is just a short walk from the beach. Like most of Bali, the beaches here are public, so even the priciest hotels sit a block or two back from the sand, but that's part of why you can get such incredible value. And yes, that price is not a misprint. $34 a night for a clean, modern hotel with a great pool in one of the world's most famous beach destinations. It's hard to believe until you see it. Bali might just be the best deal on this entire list. Rio de Janeiro has the most spectacular city beach setting in the world. Mountains, rainforest, and golden sand all wrapped around one skyline. In January and February, it's summer here, with hot sunny weather and a lively atmosphere that feels like a celebration every day. The Copacabana Mar Hotel runs about $71 a night, just 2 blocks from Copacabana Beach, with an 8.4 average review score. Like almost everywhere in Brazil, the beaches here are 100% public, so there are no hotels directly on the sand, but you're close enough to hear the waves. The beach itself is enormous and spotless, with volleyball nets, juice stands, and that unmistakable Rio energy. Of course, Rio also has a reputation for petty crime, and it's true you'll need to stay aware and use common sense. Avoid showing valuables, stick to busy areas, and use ride shares at night. Still, for travelers who want sunshine, scenery, and pure tropical excitement, Rio in February is unforgettable and surprisingly affordable. If you're watching from Europe and want a sunny winter getaway that doesn't require crossing an ocean, Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands is your best bet. It's technically part of Europe, but sits just off the coast of Africa, which means you get mild spring-like weather all winter long. It's not quite tropical, but it's a lot warmer than just about anywhere else in Europe in February. A solid mid-range pick is Wala Tenerife, where rooms run around $154 a night in early February. Like most hotels in the island's main tourist zones, it's not directly on the beach. Instead, you get a great pool area, short walk to the sand, and dozens of cafes, restaurants, and bars nearby. The atmosphere is fun and social, especially with the mix of British and Scandinavian travelers escaping the cold back home. If you're based in Europe, Tenerife is one of the few places where you can find true beach weather in winter without spending a fortune or flying halfway around the world. It's not the hottest spot on this list, but it's easily one of the most convenient and affordable. Again, all of the hotels I mentioned are linked below if you want to check rates or learn more. So that's my list of the 13 cheapest warm beach destinations for January and February. If you found a new place to add to your wish list, please give this video a like, it really helps. And if you're dreaming about a resort vacation, check out my video on the cheapest Caribbean islands for all-inclusive resorts. It's linked right here on the screen, and it's packed with the kind of deals that'll surprise you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.